know that I am not terminating my campaign. I am simply suspending it and not ending it. My name will remain on the ballot in most states. If you live in a blue state, you can vote for me without harming or helping President Trump or Vice President Harris. In red states, the same will apply. I encourage you to vote for me. In about 10 battleground states where my presence would be a spoiler, I'm going to remove my name. And I've already started that process and urge voters not to vote for me. Three great causes drove me to enter this race in the first place, primarily. And these are the principal causes that persuaded me to leave the Democratic Party and run as an independent. And now to throw my support to President Trump.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back to it. It is the Shabbat Podcast with Conservative Confucius here. Let's get into it and let's do it. Alrighty, so we're going to be covering multiple different things today. I wanted to go down to the Trump rally in Glendale or Northern Phoenix, but I couldn't make it. I had a cameraman set up to film for me, and he ended up getting called into work and had to get up at work for like 6 a.m. and he was going to work till like, I think 4 p.m., which is the majority of when the rally would be. I was going to get there around like 11 noon and film until about like 4 or 5. And it turns out that I just couldn't make it. I'm sorry about that. I was going to get a GoPro, but I was talking to people last night, and literally while I was talking to people trying to find another cameraman, I fell asleep. And before I fell asleep, I was going to try to make sure I ordered a GoPro with a chest rig, and I just passed out talking to people and just forgot to. And by the time I got up, obviously I can't order a GoPro in an amount of time it needs to get to me. It would have been here by like 7 a.m., but by the time I got up, it said not till 4 p.m. So I was just like, all right, well, I did my best. So we're just going to cover what I can and cover any good news that comes out of there. If there's anything that pops up on my radar while we're doing this, I'll make sure to cover that. But like I opened up with, there's been some great news. It turns out Robert F. Kennedy suspends his presidential campaign and endorses Trump with everything. That is amazing. That is great news. That is something we really, really needed. I am so happy to hear that. I'm not a big Robert F. Kennedy fan. I have some reservations about the man. So I've made a video about that previously. I don't know if we can trust him due to the fact that he said some very interesting things about climate change, and that if you don't believe in exactly what he believes in, he believes you should be jailed. You can actually find my video on that. It's Robert Kennedy hates you, and he's already told you. I think that's the name of the video. You can go back and just go back. It's probably like 3 months ago, maybe 3.5 months ago, back in like May, I think I made the video, and it's literally shows you videos of his. And so I encourage you to look that up, but I mean, what's great is that most of his supporters are going to come to Trump. So that 6% that has been on the ballot for him, on the polls, that has been towards him, I would say around like 4.5 to 5% of that is going to go directly to Trump. So that's amazing news. So that means we're going to be ahead in the ballot by at least, 4 or 5 points almost always now, even if it says he's not, that's the truth. So that's really good news. So let's get down to it and do it. All righty. Don't forget to go down there, smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. Don't forget to share this video if you guys like it. Please don't forget to go down there and subscribe. Like I just said, it really helps this channel when you do. All righty, let's get down to it and do it. All righty, Lucas Gage. His wife has left him. This is Nio Berg. And it's hilarious. I mean, some people are saying, "Oh, I shouldn't laugh at the misfortune of others." Dude, this dude only laughs at the misfortune of others. He wants the misfortune of others. He wants to murder all Jews. He said it openly. So I'm going to laugh at his misfortune because it's the only thing that, he's done that's ever brought me joy.
Everything. They've turned my entire family against me. Do you understand that?
No, you turned them against you.
There's no one in my family that supports what I'm doing. Nobody.
Because you're insane, and they're sane.
Literally zero. Did your wife leave you?
No ring. It makes sense. The dude's literally insane. What do you expect? Like, you expect your family to stay with you after you go on a mental breakdown in a midlife crisis?
The marriage is over. Maybe we're separated. Maybe she ran away with a rabbi.
Always figures out a way to blame Jews.
Maybe I took off my ring to trick you and everything's fine. Maybe we have another kid on the way.
Yeah, no, you don't.
What do you think? What do you think?
I think you're insane. He basically does that for a few minutes. Let's see.
So,
Okay, we get it.
hey, Jews, you happy?
I'm not happy that your kids are going to grow up without a father, but I don't think you were a good father to begin with. So I think that her finding another loving father that might be better for the position is actually a good thing. So yeah, I'm happy and unhappy. I'm happy that you have gotten what you deserve. I'm unhappy that the kids are now in a position that they shouldn't have to be because of your nasty behavior and your wife's realization that you're not someone that she should be with, because no one wants to be with someone that's so virulently obsessed with hating on people. Like, why would you want to be around someone that entire personality is hatred? All right, let's move on. So German police are just done with protesters. They're like, we're done. No more violence, no more attacks. We put up with you attacking us, attacking citizens, attacking Jewish temples and synagogues. We're done. This is it. No more.
Immer noch eine Frau. Zieht sie an den Arm.
Yeah, they don't like getting spit on and attacked and throwing things thrown at them anymore. They're done with these people. Alrighty, let's move on a bit. Yeah, so we got this, which people, I didn't even know this was happening right now, but yeah, George Washington University, they're already protesting again now that the school year started up again. It's ridiculous. And she's carrying a Lebanese flag. I don't know if she realizes, but Lebanon was a Maronite Christian country that was overthrown and overrun by Arab colonizer Islamists. So maybe you should be fighting for the Christians there instead of wearing a keffiyeh. You're taking back 48, really? Because I don't see you in Gaza right now fighting for anybody. So, yeah, go screw yourself. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. These kids, they just have no discipline, no lives, no jobs. They don't have any good, like they're not getting degrees for normal things. So the left's eating their own again. We showed a video yesterday where the left eat their own. Now they're eating them even more. So black woman attacks radical leftist colored hair woman for calling her an N-word. And then the girl starts to go on being even more racist, saying the N-word over and over again, which isn't a surprise because leftists are like the most racist people. So what a surprise.
Hey, stop it. Stop it. She called me a fucking nigger. You fucking piece of shit. Don't you ever call me that in your life.
Look at this. So these guys are just first responders and they're Democrats. They're there to make sure everything goes well. They're selling some, merch and stuff too. And he gets violently attacked and stomped for just trying to break up a fight, not trying to defend anybody, not hurting anybody. But these people are so violent and disgusting that all they do is they see someone who they can hurt and they take advantage of it by hurting them just because they want to hurt somebody. It doesn't matter what they did. They could have gone after her, but they didn't. They went after a guy who did nothing, was not on her side, and was just an innocent. And they really messed him up too.
Don't film me. I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
Don't get confused and thinking that guy is a conservative. His sign says "Stand with Palestine." And I don't think she's white. She's Arab, but light-skinned because she's sitting there saying "Masha Allah."
Bitch. You alright? What happened? Hey, do you need
Now she's Hitler saluting. Now we got her Hitler saluting.
I would like to state for the record that a dirty fucking nigger stole my wig.
Get the fuck out of here.
That I lost my hair to medical treatment. I was using that as
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Hair that look like this.
Get the fuck out of here.
Here's my brother.
I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it.
Not up to you.
I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna make.
Guys.
I'm a woman. Assault! Rape! Rape! Ah! Rape!
Let go.
Rape! Rape!
Of course, the white knight shows up to save the crazy leftist who's using the word grape as a political tool to get what she wants, even though they're both in the wrong. Everyone here is in the wrong.
Rape!
Of material.
Rip it!
Why are you guys
Shut
trying to start
Allah!
shit here?
Kill Allah! Kill Allah!
This is starting shit.
Wait, now she's saying kill Allah? Like, whose side is she on? Like, so you're a far leftist who hates Palestine or hates Allah and Islam, but loves Palestine and wants to free. I don't understand this woman at all. She seems to be with the guy with the sign that says, I stand with Palestine and the coat, because he was like putting his arm around her and stuff. Like, I don't know who this woman is. She could just be another paid agitator, because there were supposed to be paid agitators sent there that were like supposed to do this kind of stuff. And that was like information that people were reporting that the CIA was supposed to have paid agitators there.
This is starting shit.
Left will eat their own, and that's for sure. So why are people voting for Kamala Harris? Let's see.
Excited about Kamala Harris running for president?
Yeah, I am.
100%.
I am excited.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
What was your favorite accomplishment of hers as VP of the United States?
Honestly, I can't answer that question.
You know, honestly, that's a good question. I can't really say specifically.
Because there is nothing.
I can't, I'm humble there.
You're humble? No, you're not.
I can't think of anything, specifically.
I don't know. Sorry.
I don't know. I haven't really been following politics.
That's truly sad. Like, truly. It is sad as hell. It's crazy that I was listening to something earlier. So at the DNC, just on day one, they mentioned Donald Trump's name over 147 times. 147 times in one day. You know how many times the name Biden was mentioned in all 4 days of the DNC? 2 times. By every speaker, not just Trump, everyone. 2 times. That's how many times his name was mentioned. Yet the DNC day one, Trump mentioned 147 times. That's how different these is. Trump is running on the whole DNC was all about policies, economics, borders, everything you could do to help the country. But the DNC was Trump bad, Trump this, Trump that, Trump's going to take over this, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, Trump. That's it. It wasn't about the policies that they were going to put in place, how they were going to fix the economy, how they were going to fix the border, what they were going to do to actually do that, instead of just empty platitudes and messages that make no sense and are false and hollow promises. They just sit there and they say, oh, we'll fix the border, we'll fix the economy, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do this. Okay, but how? How are you going to do that? And then they say, well, Trump is bad, we need to get him out of office, then we'll talk about that. It's like, no, talk about it now, bitch. So yeah, I saw this and I thought we should cover it. I mean, black on white violence is unbelievably out of control. You have a gang of black young men and even children chasing a 62-year-old white man for no reason other than to attack him and be horrible to him just because he's white. He didn't say anything to them. They ambushed him for no reason, just started following him around. First, they started calling him names, and they started kicking him in the back of the legs, and they started attacking him and punching him. Then they threw him to the ground off camera, and they attacked him worse, and they bruised his ribs, and they damaged his skull, and they messed up his mouth, and it's crazy. Here they start like kicking him, see? Stepping on his shoes and kicking him, and yeah, there you go. And then he runs across the street, try to get away, and they punch him in the back of the head. He runs. runs, and then he face plants off camera somewhere right here. Yeah, there you go. And then they attack him right like somewhere around here and just violate him. Hold on. Yeah, so yeah, he's getting beat up over here. And this is where the fire department picked him up later. Yeah, it's crazy. Black and white violence needs to be talked about. It's disgusting. It's out of control. And until somebody does something about it, speaks about it in public, it'll never get better, because we need to recognize it before anything else. And if you don't recognize your problems, you can't talk about your problems. And the news can continue to ignore it and act like it never happens because no one ever recognizes it. So we have to recognize it first. Yeah. So yeah, turns out Andrew Tate is definitely a pedophile. Video evidence has been piling up. He's now been charged with rape of a minor and other things, as well as sex trafficking a minor and other stuff. So yeah, he is definitely an edophile, or however I'm supposed to say it on YouTube. But yeah, so let's get into it.
I'm fucking all these 15 or not 15.
Sorry for the language.
15. Sorry, fucking all these 15 or not 15. Sorry, 16-year-old women or 18-year-old women, whatever the law is in America.
He's like, oh, 15. I mean 16. I mean 18. What's the law in America? Okay, 18. Okay. All right. Well, 16, 18, whatever. It's 16 over here. So he means 15. Like, that's the truth.
18?
It's 18 usually. You get married at 16.
All right. In Romania, 16.
Take off that hat.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So if I'm fucking all these 18-year-old women, blah, blah, blah.
16.
All right. In Romania, 16. So I'm fucking.
Disgusting. Let's hear more about it.
I bought Vivian. So
hold on, let me go back. That was from Ridavan Idemar, apostate prophet. I love him. I don't really know how to say his last name. Admir. Ridvan Admir. Yeah, apostate prophet on YouTube. He's hilarious. He's so funny and just smart too. But yeah, let's get into this. This is from Lucy Brown.
I've got my main. I bought Vivian. So Vivian here. That's how it started. I met Vivian in Slovakia. We had a long-term relationship thing. I was living in England. I moved her to England to be with me to start doing my webcam company. So Vivian's been with me 6 years.
So he's been with Vivian for 6 years, right?
Because Vivian's younger. Vivian's like 21.
Vivian's 21. And at this point, he's been a girlfriend for 6 years.
There's a video from 10 years ago that showed me in a sexual act with one of my ex-girlfriends. There's a video from 10 years ago that showed me in a sexual act with one of my ex-girlfriends. From 10 years ago. 10 years ago.
Hey, stupid. I didn't say the word listen. Did I say listen?
Hello everyone, I just wanted to say something about the video that's been released recently about me and my ex-boyfriend Andrew Tate. Andrew is my still great friend. What you guys saw on the video is just what we used to do. It was just pure game. He's a great guy. He would never hurt anyone.
There's a video from 10 years ago that showed me in a...
So she's 26 now, meaning that so if you just say, okay, she's 24 in 2022, that means that she would have been like just minus that. So if you're like, okay, 14 to 20 or 2022 minus 10, because that's 2012, what do you get? You get 14 years old. That's pretty freaking despicable, bro. 14 years old.
Sexual act with one of my ex-girlfriends.
Just what happens, you don't listen. Look at the camera. Why are you getting hit?
So
you do the math. I don't wanna. You do the math. I don't wanna. She was basically 14, 15 when they got into a relationship.
14.
When did he start talking to her?
Possibly earlier.
When she was 14. Or earlier.
Yeah.
Depending on how long that shit took.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's so disgusting. He is definitely an edophile. And here's his brother talking about things too.
One of my main chicks has 200,000 Instagram followers, and I took her virginity when she was 17. One of my main chicks is...
Yeah, so he's admitting there he's also had sex with minors. Yeah, pretty disgusting. And I'm not one to say that I hate the whole reptile conspiracy theory bullshit, but this is just weird. Like, I thought I had to play this. This is weird. Like, now Nancy Pelosi's giving it validity. Like, I don't like this.
They didn't know what they were talking about. We know we're different from the presidential. We're very discreet. reptilian, cold-blooded. These are the races we
Psychopathic,
have to
you
win.
mean?
Others are winning the whole country. 10. What?
God, she always seems like she's on drugs. Like always. She always seems like she's on drugs. Like whether it's like a little bit of ecstasy or cocaine with some alcohol, who knows? It's either cocaine and alcohol or ecstasy. Yeah, so this is from Hamas. Oh, the last one. Sorry, my bad. Last one. I mean, therefore I am. Hamas atrocities. Allah willing, we will soon throw the Jews in the ditches of Hitler.
قريبا سنحملهم على أكتافنا لنلقي بهم إلى حفر هتلر الذي أراد أن يحرقهم. أريد أذكرك في قصة حينما أمر هتلر الروس أن يحفروا.
When Hitler ordered the Russians to dig deep ditches in which to bury the Jews, the Russians refused to perpetrate such an act of barbarism. Like, what? That's not what happened between the Russians and I'm like so confused right now. What? Russians didn't refuse to participate in anything like that, to perpetrate such acts of barbarism. That's not why they split with the Germans. It was the Russians and Germans were allies until they broke the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, which was that Russia would not, any part of this, Soviet Union would not be invaded at all. Nothing would be invaded by Germany. It wouldn't be military, any type of mission military-wise would not be in any part of the Soviet Union. He violated that. Hitler violated that, and then they became enemies. Didn't have anything to do with digging ditches. Jews weren't even being killed at the time. Like, they were being traumatized and their villages were being raided and stuff, but they weren't being killed in mass for like another year or so after the fact that Russia and Germany split. So this woman is obviously just delusionally stupid and far beyond just not even knowing history. It is so ridiculous.
الروس ضد هذه الهمجية وهذا الجريمة البشعة ضد الإنسانية. لديهم إنسانية الروس، ولكن حينما أمر اليهود أن يدفنوا الروس.
What? Hitler ordered the Jews to bury the Russians? What are you talking about, woman? You are insane.
يدفنوا الروس سرعان ما نفذوا. عارف إيش قال هتلر للروس؟ لتعرفوا حقيقة.
Wow, I wanted to know the truth about those Jews and why I burned them. This woman is retarded.
هؤلاء اليهود لماذا أنا أحرقهم؟ إنهم يحرقون الإنسانية، لا يؤمنون بإنسانية البشر.
You are disgusting. You don't believe in the humanity of people. You have no humanity.
كيف يؤمنون بإنسانية؟
You have no humanity. You expect us to believe in the humanity of a person like this? You disgusting, monstrous piece of crap. Oh my God. So this is from, when did they post this? This is from Imshin. Okay, this is, it's today. Okay. So this is 1 hour and 46 minutes ago. Well, what time was it posted? 1:49 a.m. So, okay, this is yesterday, around like 5 or 6 p.m. yesterday, I'm guessing. And around 5 or 6 p.m. maybe. Actually, hold on. Around 2 or 3 p.m. yesterday.
صباح الفل يا ابو لوح، والله وصباحنا عسل مع اخونا ابو يحيى اليوم، واليوم معينا عقيقه مباركه ان شاء الله تعالى. من وين ابو لوح؟ من وين يا حاج؟ يعني الصحيح من القدس طبعا، يعني عند
بارك يا حاج.
يا حي الله يا حي الله، يا هلا بالاشاوس، يا هلا بالاشاوس.
ايش يا عم ايش؟
صلي على رسول الله.
Definitely shy on food,
هي افضل الصلاه والسلام.
اليوم مساهماتنا زي كل يوم مباركه بالصلاه على الحبيب محمد. وصلوا.
I got figs, meat.
على الحبيب محمد. اليوم معنا من مين يا معلم؟
من مين يا عم الحاج؟
ولك من القدس الى غزه.
Yeah. They never stop lying. Alrighty, let's move on. Lisa Rosen. Thousands of Palestinian men cheer after Al-Aqsa Mosque Imam vowed to reestablish ISIS. So ISIS is coming back in order to enforce Islam and Sharia law on the Christian world. Christian men will be forced to convert, while Christian women and children will be sold as slaves and raped to death. Just like ISIS terrorists did to the Yazidi minorities in Iraq and Syria. Disgusting.
أيها المسلمون إن ذكرى فتح القسطنطينية تبشر بما بعدها، تبشر بفتح روما قريبا إن شاء الله. فنحن على موعد مع بشارات ثلاث نسأل الله تعالى أن ينجزها على أيدينا. البشارة الأولى إقامة الخلافة الراشدة على منهاج النبوة، والثانية تحرير المسجد الأقصى واتخاذ بيت المقدس عاصمة لدولة الخلافة، وثالثها أن يلقي الإسلام بجيرانه في الأرض فيبلغ مشارقها ومغاربها. هذا وعد الله ولن يخلف الله وعده. بالخلافة والتمكين، بالخلافة والتمكين، فتحك روما عنا يقين، فتحك روما عنا يقين. تكبير الله أكبر، تكبير الله أكبر، تكبير الله أكبر. يا جيوش المسلمين، في ذكرى فتح القسطنطينية نستنصركم لإقامة الخلافة وتحرير بيت المقدس وفتح روما. فهل أنتم مجيبون؟ فهل أنتم ملبون؟ يا خير أجناد الأرض، أنتم جنود الإسلام وأمة الإسلام. عملكم الأصيل هو
See, Islamic nation, this has nothing to do with Palestine. It has everything to do with creating a complete Muslim Islamic nation or nation states that all unify together to fight against the West. That's what this is about. And any idiot who thinks this is about Palestine and liberating Palestine from the Jews. No, this is about liberating the West from us and taking it over. This is about not liberating, but conquering and taking over the West, killing all Christians and Jews and forcing their women to be slaves and sex slaves. That's what it is.
الجهاد في سبيل الله لجعل كلمة الذين كفروا السفلى وكلمة الله هي العليا. وغايتكم يجب أن تكون الشهادة في سبيل الله مقبلين غير مدبرين. فاجعلوا هذا الخير نصب أعينكم ولا تطيعوا أولياء الشر.
You are the followers of Satan. Allah says in the Quran that it says in the Quran that Allah is the best of deceivers, the greatest of deceivers. I'm sorry. When did God ever deceive anybody? Because it says in the Bible that the greatest of deceivers is who? Satan. And that God never deceives. So it seems like you're worshiping Satan and the Christians and Jews are worshiping God. Make up like all this bull crap. Your prophecies have never come true. They're all lies. They're all full of bull crap. Even your prophet said upon his deathbed, I can feel my aorta being cut. And like I said in one of my previous videos, he's referring to a verse in the Quran where supposedly God told him that he would seize Muhammad with his right hand with power and strength and cut his aorta if he was a false prophet. Well, upon his deathbed, he said, I can feel my aorta being cut, meaning he's admitting to being a false prophet. You worship Satan and follow a false prophet. I'm sorry, guys. It's just the truth.
ولا تطيعوا عملاء أمريكا وروسيا والغرب يا جيوش المسلمين.
Pathetic. Yeah. So when Nick Fuentes starts calling out Candace Owens, you know how far you've gone. This is Noah Berg again. Yeah. So when you've gone so far that this delusional nut job, this little Nazi baby wannabe, starts calling you out and saying how much you got wrong, you know you've gone too far.
And she's calling them the Bolshevists, and she says that, she gets all the details wrong about that.
Yep.
And then she says Stalin was Jewish. Stalin was not Jewish.
Duh, I said that too.
And then she says Ataturk was secretly Jewish. Ataturk was not secretly Jewish. And then, but I didn't say anything. I said, whatever. I said, oh, well, not everyone's perfect. I said, yeah, it's not really a good look, but, she's learning. I said, she's going to get on the ball eventually. So I didn't say anything. I held my tongue, even though that was not really a good look. Okay.
Really coming from like someone like you, that says a lot, because I'm not kidding. It does say a lot. When someone like you is saying it's not a good look to lie about Jews, like that's insane. You lie about Jews all the time. and you throw in more truth in there to make your lie seem valid. And that's the issue with you. You're good at covering your tracks and making your shit seem valid, but I'm good at debunking you. So are thousands of other people. And we're going to start doing that more often. But I don't really watch your content, and it's hard to find because you're so obscure.
Stake the reputation of you and everybody on this, and then like get it wrong really severely over and over. She's talking about, all this stuff that like it just doesn't even really make any sense. But then lately she's been saying this Frankist thing.
Told you yesterday, it's all bullshit.
And I'm going to put something out. I'm not sure exactly when, but I think it's going to be a big collaboration. We're going to talk about this Frankist lie. And the difference between me and her, one, I'm a really good researcher. Two, I really know what the fuck I'm talking about because I've been doing this a long time. It's one of the things you learn.
When he's calling when someone out, that's not a good sign. When he's calling someone else like out for saying Jewish stuff that's wrong, like how far you've gone, Candace. Like you are a full Lucas Gage now. Like you passed Nick Fuentes and you're almost past freaking Lucas Gage. You're going pretty far. That's why if I ever see you at one of those conservative events on the list again, I'm not going. Like, I hope to God you're not at America Fest this year, because if Charlie doesn't denounce you soon, I'm not going to support him anymore either, because he needs to. All right, so 2 Hezbollah missiles have hit an Israeli civilian home in northern Israel. This was just earlier. This is from Vivid. Couple people injured. I read there was a few people injured, no one hurt, severely hurt, but a couple people in the hospital, and that's about it. And so what's going on in Canada right now with all this crazy, they've had terror attacks nonstop. So 88-year-old Jewish man body slammed under a bus landed under a bus. 100 Jewish institutions and organizations have received bomb threats, which are obvious clear terror threats, and more terror charges laid in Toronto. The best Justin Trudeau could muster was posting on X, calling the bomb threats blatant anti-Semitism. And that's it. And then he came out. Oh yeah, by the way, they didn't mention here, but the next day he came out and said that said Islamophobia is not acceptable. Not anti-Semitism, Islamophobia. He said that you can't respond to the other stuff with Islamophobia. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, you still talking about Islamophobia? Look at these lunatics, dude. They're not there for you. They're not there for Canada. They're not there for anybody. They're there to take over your country. And they've said it over and over again. I've showed multiple videos of people in Canada saying, we're not here to live here. We're here to take over your country. And the idiots that sit there and think that's not going to happen are just delusional nut jobs. Like, it's time to wake up, people. All righty. But let's see if I can find anything else. Hold on. Give me a sec. I want to check the news updates before we go. And then if there's not too much, we will move on for the day, I guess. Let's see. Alrighty, let's see. Oh wow! An attack in Germany. Attack at a festival in Germany kills 3 people and 4 wounded. Police say. Oh, that's crazy. U.S. hits Chinese companies with more sanctions over Russia-Ukraine war and their support for Russia. Wow, Argentine Senate. And with Javier Milei, pension increase for people who are older. That's amazing. That's awesome to hear. U.S. Ambassador, Mexico's planned judicial reform, major risk to democracy. Who cares? Ex-Pentagon official alleges U.S. has recovered non-human specimens. I never believe that crap. If it is, it's demons, not aliens. 27 killed after a bus with Indian pilgrims drives off of Nepalese highway. It's Nepal, by the way, Nepalese. Nicaragua closes U.S. Chamber of Commerce and 150 other organizations. So yeah, I mean, that seems like about it. All right, yeah. Yeah, alrighty. So I guess that's going to be it for today, guys. I appreciate you guys coming down. Don't forget to go down there, smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and don't forget to share this video if you guys like it. Like I said, please go down there and subscribe. It really helps our channel. Don't forget to go do that, please. Go down there, just click the thing, and then click the bell, and then boom, you got everything. Alrighty, guys. We'll catch you next time. You have a good one. Shalom, Shabbat, and we'll see you next time. Alrighty. Have a good one.